This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so yeah, everyone received from this list the invite.
No, ma'am.
One
I have not received anything.
name, please.
Pavan, the
Okay,
first email ID, yeah, we have not received.
okay. Others, Dipti, Shailaja.
No, Rajani, I didn't get it.
Okay, so today you will get it. Okay,
Okay.
so I am sending the invite. So what I will do is like I'll not waste much of the time now. So we will start with the session.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Shailaja, did you receive? Dipti? No? Okay. So fine. For now, we will start. Okay. So looking at this, what you are able to understand, tell me. To do means you are yet to do, or team is yet to do, you are able to understand, right? So this Jira board every day your management will look at, and this Scrum Master means the you can consider for now manager. Okay, so they will look at this board. Okay, who is working on what? Suppose this is a story and it is been assigned to one of the team member. Okay, so assigned to Nirupama means Nirupama should work on this. Okay, so what are updates she will write here? Okay, so consider Nirupama has updated. Okay, mentioning someone. Okay, mentioning the Scrum Master only, I completed this one. Or developer, mentioning the developer. Okay, I tested this one, and I completed this. I completed testing for this story. Okay, and then add a comment. So this comment will be, email will be sent to this person. The notification will go so that he understands. Okay, so there is an update on the ticket which is I'm also working on. Okay, so your team is getting to know about the updates, what you are working on, what others are working on. Okay, so this is suppose completed. Then the status should go. So initially it is in progress. So Nirupama will change the status to in progress. Yes, when it is in progress. So she may take 1 or 2 days to complete the task, right? So in between, if she has any questions, she will write comments as well. Okay, mentioning someone, some developer or the manager, asking for more details. Okay, as a user, I need to test. So what all things I should test, or some any query it may be. Okay, so consider there are no queries. You are already in the project, you understood, you are able to complete after 2 days. Okay, then you can change the status here to done. Okay, so it will be automatically moved to this one. So now it is available in the done. or else you can drag and drop also. Okay, and one more thing is you can change the status now. Sorry, you can change the person it is assigned to now. Okay, suppose management is someone Priya. Okay, so we will assign to her, because as a user or as a Nirupama, you completed task, so it should not be assigned to you, right? You are not the owner for it now. Okay, when you were owner, you worked on it, right? So now the person is responsible is another person. So after it is done, someone will review it. Okay, so it goes to review, and then reviewer will review what all the testing is done, how it is tested. Okay, what is the story, details like that they will test. Okay, so the verification or the review will happen, and then you can understand, okay, this is what is been done. Management will review and then close it. Okay, close means it is completely closed, no one is working on it. Done means from your side the task is completed, but someone else is reviewing, or developer is working on it. Okay, product managers are working on it. So it may be anything. Done means from your side it is done, but when it is closed means everything is completed. Okay, so the development is done, testing is also done, review is also done, and then that story is ready for the close. Okay, so what you can create in this, you can create a task. Okay, you can create a story as well. Okay, so the option we are not getting. So consider this is a story you are creating. Okay, so the option you will have is here a story. Okay, so what a story is, story is nothing but a requirement. Okay, so requirement about the login or requirement about one of the module. Okay, so for a Facebook we will consider sending the friend request, sending the request and accepting the request, right? So as a user you will send, so someone should accept it. So sending the request, accepting the request, there is a detail about this story. Okay, so there is user one, he will send. Okay, as a user one, user can search a friend and send the request. Okay, and user 2, okay, send a request to user 2. Okay, so we will specify user 2 here, and as a user 2, user can accept it. So then connection is created. Okay, and they are able to each other able to see the each other's. User 1 is able to see, so that we will write in a next. User 2 in the friend list, right? Something like this. So user 2 will be also able to see the user 1 in the friend list, right? So these are some of the story details that are given to you. Okay, so as a user what you will do, not as a numbering it is or a bullet points. Okay, just consider that these are the story details that are given to you. So looking at this you will write test cases, looking at this you will understand, okay, what the story is all about. Okay, then you will start working on it. So it is assigned to, suppose, Monali. Okay, so then now responsibility is with the Monali, that she will start working on it. Okay, and then she will start creating the test cases, creating the stories, creating the task for it. Okay, so if you are working on automation, you will create a task for automation testing. So this story you are testing or creating the test scripts, so you will create a story for another automation. You will create a story for manual test cases that you are writing. Okay, so you will try to create the task that you are working on. Okay, whether it may be anything. Okay, automation or manual work you will create. Okay, so then as long as it is not started, suppose you are working on something else, so it is not started, it will remain in to do. Okay, and then once you start, if you are sometimes it happens that one person can work on 2-3 tasks also parallelly. Okay, some 2-3 tasks also assigned to you parallelly, so that will go as a in progress for you, right? And then after this is completed, you will be able to move to done. Okay, so it's fine, stories are assigned to you for a longer duration also, but try to give comments whenever the stories or something is assigned to you. What it gives that you started working on and you are asking questions, or you have asked some of the details. Okay, so people will respond to you. This is about, you have to update the task what you are working on. Okay, so that is about this Jira. Okay, other than this, we'll see roadmap. So roadmap is nothing but plan for a year or for an entire quarter. Okay, what will be, so your epic will be available. Okay, suppose you are developing a Facebook. Okay, what it will have, epic will have stories, login related, then I'm just writing login logout. Okay, but no one will in the industry will have that much short detail. Okay, people will write in details. Just consider, and you have some of the task in this epic. So what is epic? Epic is your entire project requirements. Okay, all your requirements all together is called as epic. Okay, so under the epic, all the stories are available. All the stories means everything, all the modules, all the components, all the stories that are created to develop the components of Facebook. Okay, so epic is nothing but your project. Root folder or a root is a project, and then you have stories attached to epic. So these are the stories. Okay, so stories are nothing but requirements. So requirements are given in the form of stories in agile development. Okay, then these stories you will work on. So there is a timeline when it will start, when it will end. All those timelines are maintained, managed. So that is roadmap is created. So this is called as planning, release planning. Okay, so which feature we are going to release to client when? Okay, with the timelines that is created. So that is your roadmap. Okay, so there are dates and when is a deadline. So suppose this is the, so this is the deadline of your epic. Okay, and under this, so this everything should be completed in this timeline. Okay, so you have another epic or something more to do. So epic can be another project itself now. Okay, so you cannot create multiple epics in a one project. Okay, epic is your root folder or root, and then all the stories are attached to it. Okay, so I'll not create another epic, so you will get confused. So this is project that you have to finish, or everyone has to work and complete by September end. Okay, so there is a deadline. Okay, this is a deadline, means that day the task, development, testing, review, everything has to complete, and it should go for a release to the client. Okay, means it is available for a user on a real-time environment. Okay, so what it is called as a project is available on a real-time environment is called as production deployment. Okay, so it is available to the real-time users. Okay, so Facebook is already released, the multiple releases are completed, it is available to users from many years. Okay, so before that it is given to end user, these all things will happen. Okay, so the stories are created, the developer will work on it. Okay, then he will create his own task. Okay, and then you will create your own task, test cases, or a manual task, or automation task, and then work on it. Okay, and then move forward to another person once it is done from your side. Okay, so also you can create defects as well. In this, you can create a task. So what all things you can create? So you can create a epic. So what is a epic? Epic is a root folder or root of project root, I will say. Okay, and epic will contain all stories. Okay, so all stories. Now what is a story?
Stories are requirements.
Yes, user requirements.
So Rajni, stories are, the test cases and test scenarios together?
No. Test cases are the testing team created. User requirements means login should have these features. Okay, suppose Facebook is, we know, that's why we are able to understand. Suppose it is a new application you are not aware of. Okay, so suppose it is a platform for some users for registering some gas or some agency it is, and some bank it is, and how the bank is working or how that application will interact with user, we don't know. Okay, that time you need some details to understand, right? So the requirements are given in the story so that you are able to understand what is the project is developed for, what is the use of it, or where it is used, and who is the actor, who will perform what actions. Okay, who will register, who will not register, who can do what activities, something like that. Okay, so think in terms of you don't know the project. Okay, that time you need details about the project. So story is requirements are nothing but the project details, right?
Okay.
Okay, so you have story.
Rajni, is there a minimum sentences, or do you need to make it compact and concise? All the stories that you write down in the summary?
Okay, okay, what you are asking, can you please repeat?
Yeah, I wanted to know, in the summary, when you're creating an epic root project,
Okay.
containing all the stories, is there a
Hmm.
limitation of how much you need to write in the summary? You can't go on and on, right? You have to use the technical terms to make
No,
sure that the case is understood or the story is understood, right?
minimum to maximum details you can give. There is no as such a limit. Okay, what happens is once you join a project, people get lazy. They don't write so many details actually. So they have lot of work to do. So minimum details only they put. But generally you can write 1 page or 2 page long as well. Okay, not more than 2 page. People will not read so many big theories kind of. Okay, so requirement for one feature will go for 1 or 2 or 3 pages like that. So as long as you need those details to put in, okay, so we will not create epic or story. QA will not create. Okay, don't worry. Requirements we are not going to create. The product owner will create. They understand the project of product in detail, and they will be uh, creating the stories. Okay, requirements. So as a QA, you have to, like, you will get assigned some of the stories. Okay, your task will start from now. Okay, so story is assigned to you. Then as a QA, you will create a task under it. Okay, under a task, under a story, you will create a task and you will complete that task. You cannot complete the story because story is developer will work on, reviewer will also work on. Okay, there are so many people are involved around the story. So as a QA, you will create your task and you will move your task to complete. Okay, story is directly we cannot complete, or you have to mark it as or assign it to someone once it is done from your side.
Okay.
Okay, so what is a task now? Okay, so task is project people who are working on which task, they will create their own task for a story. Okay, so for a story, task is created. So as a QA, will create a test case design task. Another task you can create is
Scenarios. Something.
no test execution. Test cases and scenarios people will not change, like separate it. Designing is everything. Designing is scenarios and test cases both will come. Okay.
Okay. So may I know the difference between test scenarios and test case?
Yes. So test scenario is high level. Okay. Whereas test cases in detail, you have steps in it. Okay. What is a step? What is a step in the test case means? You will write, okay, perform this action, then click on it, then click on it. So that is your step. Okay, test case it is. And scenario is high level. User should be able to log in. So that's it. You have very high level scenarios. Scenarios are high level objectives. Test cases are in detail where you write the steps. Okay, everything.
So formally written steps we can say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
The test cases, when you write down, you have to have it in bullet points, Rajini, with 0, 1, 0, 2, something like that. Or
Mm, no, not as in bullet point. Okay, so I will share the test case as well. Okay, so we
okay.
will discuss. So task is created, so you are working on the test case and test execution. Okay, so in your test execution task, you are actually performing the testing, so you will get the defects. So you will create the defect as well in the Jira. Okay, so what is the defect? Difference between expected and actual. Okay, so the application is not working as expected. So you will create a defect. Okay, so these are all the things that you can write or create in the Jira. Okay, so now we will look at test cases. Okay. So okay, so now we will look at test cases and test scenarios. Okay, suppose you are testing some application which is hotel management. Okay, some hotel booking application you are testing. So what are the scenarios you will write and what are the test cases you will write? This is one of the sample. And okay, so scenario is high level. Okay, verify or to check the search functionality for a hotel booking is working. Okay, so you can write a high level scenario. So what is your objective that you will write for this scenario one? Okay, you will write test case one. So test case will have the steps. Okay, the test case description will remain same from the scenario that okay, this is what you need to check. Okay, to check the this is you can write verify, or you can write to check as well, you can write validate as well. Okay, so these are the words that are generic people will use. Okay, in industry you might see that people are not writing any of to check or to verify or validate. All these words are not used directly, they will write the functionality. Okay, so search the user and this should be output. So people write shortcuts, but as a beginner you don't write the shortcuts. Okay, write it from the verify that user is able to perform so activities like that, or to check the search functionality provided by the okay details you can write. Okay, so before you book a hotel you have to search it. So this is a test case for it, for a searching the hotel. Okay, so consider it is with the name some Raj Travels or something. Okay, travel booking website it is. Red Bus is the famous, something like that. Okay, what are the steps to execute? Steps to execute are the steps you have to perform. So you can give numbering so that it is easy to understand. Okay, so you can give numbering. One is select this, second is select this. Okay, from that point you have to write. So you have to write from the launch the URL point. Okay, and then for each step there is a expected result. What is expected result? For a step you are expecting something to happen, right? So if you click on India option, so all the cities should be visible. Okay, if you select the particular date, so you should get the ticket or the date should be visible. Okay, and then you book it, then it should be booked for that particular date whatever you select. Okay, so like that you have to write the steps that you are going to perform. Okay, select city, select nationality, select your check-in date, check-out date, suppose you are booking a hotel. So everything you have to give as a detail. Okay, so we will see one application, then you may get good understanding. Okay, so your make my trip, in this we have hotel booking. So what is scenario is? Okay, scenario is verify user is able to book a hotel. Okay, so in this you can book a hotel for any place. Okay, India, international. Okay, and then you can select the date. Okay, some date, and then checkout date as a something, number of people, and then how many are children, how many are the, and apply. Okay, so some things like this you have to, okay, and so you are getting the details. Okay, what is it is if you search it. Okay, so these are some of the hotels that are available. So how you are going to test as a user? You are going to write a scenario which is, okay, user can search first, okay, then user can book, and then yeah, user is booking, then user can cancel as well. Okay, and what other actions user can do? Okay, cancel, then user should get a refund, something like that. You can write the test cases. Okay, so what is meaning of prerequisite? The meaning of prerequisite is the precondition. So before you start testing, what you need, okay, maybe before you start this make my trip, nothing is needed, right? This URL should be available. Apart from that, nothing, right? So you can write only this URL should be available as a prerequisite. Yes, so that the URL is available, then you start with the testing. So you will write your steps and then expected result for each step. And when you perform, the day you perform the testing, okay, that day you will write actual results. Suppose initially you develop test cases, and after 3 days or after a week, developer said, okay, so now code is ready, deployment is given to you, you can start testing. So what you do? Then you will start testing. Okay, then you will start testing, and then that time when you started testing, you will write actual results. Okay, so what are the actual results you will write? For each action you will perform. Okay, so for each action you will perform that same action, okay, as per you have written. So you will launch the make my trip. Okay, then click on a hotels, then select a city, check in, check out date, okay, number of kids, adults, everything, and then you can select what is the price range or something, and then search. Okay, and then you are able to see the search result. Okay, consider that this is working fine in this case. So you will write actual result like, okay, user is able to select this, user is able to search it, search results are displayed, and then pass for all the steps. Okay, pass for all the steps you will write. Suppose in case in between you are not getting the search results. So what is a problem you have? Suppose you are searching, but search results are displayed for another city, not for a Goa, what you are searching for. What is the error, or what is you will write? Search results are displayed for another city, but expected is this city. So you will fail it, correct?
Yes.
Suppose at this step it is failed. Okay, suppose at this step it is failed. So you have to report a defect. So defect is 02 or 01. And what is the defect? Search results are displayed for another city than the selected. Okay, and you mention also search for Goa. Okay, and then but results are displayed for,
Rajasthan.
yes, anything. Okay, so displayed for, yes, forum, something like this. Okay, results are displayed for another city, some Jaipur or some other city in the Rajasthan or from any state. Okay. Then that is, it should not happen that way. So we are saying that this is failed. Okay, at this step it is failed, and the failure, for the failure you have to report the defect. Okay, what you have to report as a defect, because anything as a failed, you cannot leave it as it is. Okay, so you just marked as a fail and you are not reporting the defect. What will happen? No one will fix it, right? No one knows that there is a failure. Who will go your test case and check? Your test cases are, so you will only check, right? Developers will hardly go and see your test cases that it is failed or pass or whatever it is. So if it is failed, you have to report this defect in the tool, okay, and assign it to developer who worked on it, so that he gets a notification that okay, this is a code error what I'm worked on. Okay, so whatever I have written, I need to change little bit because search results are displayed, so let me change the code and then give it for a retest, right? So no one will look at test cases other than QA. Okay, very few people are interested to look at a test cases. So test cases are for your reference only. Okay, at the time of execution, execution means when you are actually testing, when you are performing the testing, you should not miss any of the scenarios. Okay, you test all the scenarios, all the test cases. So for a coverage means everything is tested. Okay, what is a coverage? Coverage means you are able to test every part of the requirement. Okay, so maybe it is search, maybe it is hotel booking, maybe it is for searching or booking, canceling, all the areas you have to search with the positive negative test cases. So for that coverage to meet, you have to write test cases, okay, and get them reviewed as well. Okay, so you should not write so many test cases or so few test cases that your coverage is not enough. Okay, so it should be moderate enough, and all the requirements you understood properly and your test cases are valid or not, you have to get it reviewed. Sometimes what happens is real time projects are much more complex. Okay, not only one user, not only two user, many users are involved. One user will approve, one user will reject, or one user will again give the comments and then reject or approve. So the workflow is much longer. In that case, you may not understand properly, okay, which user is performing what actions, then how to write it, okay, the steps are correct or not, what are the statuses it will go through the. Okay, so projects are complex, so you have to write the test cases and review them. Okay, many times as a beginner have to review many findings people will be able to find. It's okay, okay, as long as you're learning, it's fine. And then your test cases are ready for your testing. Okay, and on the day of testing you will write the actual results, whatever is happening. Okay, whatever is you are able to see on the application, that you will write in the actual results. According to the expected and actual, you will pass or fail. Okay, if your expected and actual is same, you will write pass. Okay, same means for each step, click on search, you are getting the search result, so you will pass it. If not, then you will fail it and you will report. You will go back to your Jira and then create a bug. So here we are not getting a bug option. In the red mark we get a bug option. Okay,
Okay.
and then we can create a bug which is with these details. Okay, so I'll copy this and we will create a bug. Okay, so consider we have the bug option. I'm selecting the bug option and then give the summary. This is what. So defect number will be automatically created. Okay, so you will write the steps. You will attach a screenshot. Okay, browse and attach a screenshot. So screenshot is a evidence to prove that this is a defect. Okay, if you are not attaching a screenshot, for example, and you reported a defect, what can happen is your developer will say this is not a bug. Okay, this is working for me. So your screenshot will be evidence that okay, when I tested I got this, right? When I tested I was getting this one. So that way you have to prove that this is a defect. So for proof, how you can prove? Screenshot is a evidence. There is no other way. Okay. So management will also look at screenshot. So QA power is to create the defect and add the screenshots. You have that power. Okay. So you can add the screenshot and say that, okay, this is what the failure is. The evidence is for the failure. Okay. If you are not writing or if you are not attaching the screenshot, then your bug people may reject also. Okay. This is not a valid. What it takes to say this is not a valid or this is not correct. A QA has done a wrong testing, because developer will get question that, okay, how many defects are coming in your code. To avoid such questions, they may tend to say that, okay, this is not valid also, which is fine. You have to provide the evidence so that no one is questioning you. Okay. So then other things are, suppose this test case is blocking or this defect is blocking your remaining test case execution. Okay. Suppose search is not working, what you will test, right? You cannot test anything. Then you can you can say that, okay, this is a story that is blocked by this defect. Blocked means something is not able to, you are not able to proceed. Okay, these are the things that you are not able to proceed because of this current defect, what you mentioned. And then you will create. Okay, so create, this is created, you get notification. Okay, and after this defect is created, remaining steps you will write not executed. Not executed means what? After search is not working, what you can verify? Nothing, right? The date you selected, it should be the same date. But after search results are displayed, then you can verify that, okay, the search results are, or the booking is completed or not. Okay, the booking is completed for the same date or not, or the same number of passengers you selected or not. Yes. So that all verifications will happen after the search. But search is also not working, search is only not working. So what is you will write? You will write not executed. Okay, good. So you will write
Yeah.
not executed, and then you will keep as it is. Okay, so which is, so again this is also not executed. So irrespective, generally after failure, don't execute anything. Okay, just mark not executed, because after it is fixed, you have to test it anyways, right? After that search feature is fixed, the defect is fixed, you have to retest and completely you have to test from the beginning. Okay, whatever it is, all everything you have to test from the beginning, the test case you will test. So this is the test case and defect. Then this your defect. Okay, there is a one defect from this, there is another defect from this test case. Okay, you have written 10 test cases and from that you have 4 defects. Consider 4 or 3. So you will create a defect report like this. Okay, all defects you will write. What is expected for that, what is actually is happening. Okay, the country you selected but you got the search result for another country. Okay, and your check-in check-out date is less than greater than, then okay, it is allowing. So your check-in check-out date should be how it should be. So you can select a, just a minute. So you can search for less than, your start date should be less than the end date, right? So from when to when you are booking, it should not happen in the reverse that you are selecting 5th of August and then 5th of September and then 1st of September as a end date. So if in case that is also allowed, so there is a defect. So you mention all the defect list. What is defect 1? The details. What is defect 2? The details. Okay. This defect report we will send to the management. Okay. If not, you have to create at least the defects in the Jira. Okay. All these 3 defects you have to create in the Jira with all these expected result, actual result, everything. Okay, so in the defect you have to give the details. What details you have to give? Reproducible, is it? Yes, no. Always it will be yes, many times. Okay, in very few cases it might be no as well. Okay, which is at a one user end only, others are may not be able to reproduce, server issues or something. Okay, your developer doesn't have those issues, you have. Steps to reproduce are, what are the steps needed or what are the steps to follow to get this defect? So this we are going to give so that developer will understand the defect and he will be fixing it. Okay, then what is severity priority? Okay, severity is in terms of application. Application means your company and your application. Okay, if it is something is not working and it is impacting your entire application, entire your company brand name or something like that, so severity will be high. Priority is on the business side. Okay, business means money. Okay, priority is something your transactions are not working. Okay, people will pay right here in the booking hotel. Okay, so some of the category of payments are not working, which is impacting your business, or users are not able to book the hotel itself, so that is again impacting your business. So if it is impacting more to business, the priority will be high. If it is lesser the impact, the priority will be low. If it is medium, you will write medium. Okay, so in the bank transactions you have credit, debit, UPI, PayPal, all these options are available. Suppose only the credit card option is not working, other options are working, or only the debit card option is not working, other 3 options are working. So priority may go as a medium because your entire business didn't stop. Okay, you have some options which are working, but also there are some options which are or which should be working, right? So priority will be based on the impact on a business. Severity is based on the impact on the application overall. Okay, so only the debit card is not working will never be the high severity. Okay, so that will go as a low or medium severity because other areas are working, right? Other things are working, but in terms of priority it may be high because many people will stop booking hotels because of they have only credit cards. So for example, and credit card option is not working, right? They may have only debit card and your debit card option is not working, which is why you are losing the customers, so you are losing the business. Yes or no? So priority is in terms of business, in terms of money, in terms of profit. Yes, clear? Severity is in terms of overall application. Okay, your brand name, your company, related to that. Okay, suppose your application is this one, make my trip, you're testing, and in this make my trip your make my trip logo itself is displayed wrong. Okay, so tell me guys, severity will be high or priority will be high?
Severity will be high.
Both will be high actually, severity and priority.
Okay. 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 So severity will be high, not the priority, because if your make my trip is displayed as simple make my trip, this logo is not like this, my is not displayed like this, or there is something miss, but still your application is working, people are able to launch it. Okay, people will search and book it. Why to worry? They will not worry about your logo, right? They will worry if booking is done or not. If I want some good deal, and where we get the discounts as a user. Okay, so the user is least bothered about, or like he is able to book. So as long as he is able to book, your business is going on, right? So but overall it is impacting on your brand image. So it will be severity high, priority low. Priority will be low because there is no impact to your money making business. You are able to, all the transactions are working, everyone is able to do all the bookings, all the discounts people are getting, your application is working fine, server is also working fine, you are making money. So priority will be low. Okay, suppose you are not able to search a particular city hotels, particular city itself is not working, only particular city, rest everything is working. So now priority and severity, how it will be? Severity
Both.
will be made. Okay. So overall, once it is not working, severity is medium or fine it is. But in terms of priority, it will be high because one city people entirely the customers you are losing for that city who are coming, who are visiting your website to book hotels in that city. So your user you're losing the business, you're losing money. Okay, you're expecting some x amount of business to happen and that is not done, then it is
Priority is high.
okay. Yes, priority is high, severity is
Low. Low or medium.
yeah, low or medium we can say, depends business, you can say medium also, because once it is not working application wise is also not good, you are saying you will marketing, you will do the marketing saying that it will work on all the cities, all the countries and blah blah things, but in actual the things are not that way, then your brand name will impact, right? So overall, yes, it is high, or overall the priority is high and then severity is medium, we can consider. So these are some of the examples I gave, but in real time, if some city search is not working, it will be a big issue. Okay, so one entire city people are not able to search, that is, that should not happen in the testing also. Okay, why? Because developer should do the unit testing, right? So he should test the code for minimum requirements or some basic flow, he should test and give for the testing. But as a part of, like as a tester you have to, or as a QA you have to test all the things. Okay, whether it may be small, minor, major, all the requirements have to test. Don't, or we never consider or assume that okay, developer did a unit testing so I will focus on these things only. No, everything have to test. Your developer can or cannot do the testing. Okay, he may directly give also, but as a QA it is completely your responsibility to test all the features entirely. Yes, Harita. Okay, you are saying that it is priority is the medium. Okay, usual medium priority. Okay, good. So these are some of the examples of test cases, defects, reports. Okay. So now defects we have seen. So what is this RTM? RTM is requirement traceability matrix. Okay. So if you pay attention in your scenarios, we have requirement IDs, nothing but stories. Okay. So RTM nowadays it is not followed. Okay. People are not creating RTM or anything as such, but you should be aware of what is RTM. Okay. So where you have requirement IDs, which are your stories and defects. Okay. Means this is the requirement that is failing with this defect. Okay. So that is about RTM. Nowadays everything is tracked in Jira. So what is the requirement, what is who is working on, what is the defect, what is completed, what is not completed, everything is available on this board. Okay. So we will look at this board and understand, okay, who is working on what, these details. Okay. So now assignment to you, all of you. Okay. You have to create the epic, one epic. Okay. So you can give the epic name as your name plus some project name. Okay. So we will see example of which application. Okay. So make my trip, you can write test cases for scenarios for make my trip. Yes, simple it is. We discussed. So similar to it, if you do, it is simple. Okay. So write the test scenarios, test cases for the make my trip application. Okay. Where you will create a epic with your name and make my trip. Suppose Kinjal you are creating. So you will write Kinjal make my trip. So that because everyone will work, right? So I do not want, or I don't want everyone is giving name make my trip, and I will not be able to review. Okay. So give your name and create a epic, and in that create a story or task. Okay. Whatever you are able to. So create for a story, you write story. Okay. And you write some details. Okay. Search story. And what user can search. So stories will be in the present tense. You can write in the present tense what he can do. User can search for the hotels. Okay, for a only hotel you write. In make my trip there is a flight booking and so many things are available. Write only for the hotel. Okay, at a time only one we will look at. Homestays, bus, trains will not focus now. Only for hotels you can write hotel booking. Okay. So create a epic and then create some of the stories. So everyone create 2 stories, okay, under a one epic, and mark it as in progress. Okay, it is started, and then you can drag it here also. Okay, you will be able to drag it here. Okay, just keep in progress. Do not complete it. Create it and keep it in the in progress.
Okay.
Okay. So now tell me guys, like if you have not received the invite, again I'll send a invite. Anyone missing to get the invite? We need to assignment in Jira. Yes, Sudha, we have to do the assignment in Jira. Yes, so that you are familiar with the Jira tool. Yes, Sudha, you didn't get. Oh my God.
No, Rajni, I haven't got it yet.
Got it?
No, I haven't got it yet.
Yes, I have not received till now.
Okay. So, Sudha 15. And I see many have not received yet. Okay, so Ravi, I'm sending you the invite.
There is a page in Jira saying that select the tools. So do I skip that, Rajni, and go on to the Jira
Yeah,
application?
skip everything. Yeah, skip, just you will be able to log in, create your password. Okay, so everyone create a epic and create 2 stories and create 2 tasks as well. Okay, so if you are able to create tasks, one is for manual testing, one is for automation testing. Okay, so you have to create a 2 task. We are going to learn automation testing as well in the training. So now you create a task.
Rajni, I see create project. So I have to skip that as well.
Yes, skip project because you will not land in a project where I'm able to see. You will create your own another project. Okay, so skip it.
I'm not able to skip that page. So is there something that I
Okay.
should do?
Give something. Give something. Okay, no worries. This is a trial version. So we have some of the things here and there. We cannot report that we are having issue as well. Fine, you create another project. If I'm not able to see, you can share your screen and show me as well. Okay, so as long as you're able to proceed, I'm okay, guys. Okay, so as long as you're able to create a story and then create a task in any project, it is completely fine. Okay, so
So once we create an epic, what should we mention inside the epic, or how is that?
epic is, don't mention many details in the epic because stories we will have to mention. So epic is a few lines about a project you can give. Okay, what is make my trip project is all about, what all it has. Okay, hotel booking it has, and then bus booking, travels booking, or something like that you can write.
Mhm.
Not many details are not required.
And in story?
In story you write details. Okay, so you write 4 to 5 lines about the story. If it is a search story, uh, hotel search, so you have to
Mhm.
select the city, date, okay, users, and the type you want. Okay, the fare price between, so some details you have to input and then search. So search, how the search will work. As a user, you have to write, as a user can search the hotel, user can input these things, and then user can search. That is, you have to write.
So Rajni, I see a page which says create issue, and then there is a summary. There's a rectangular box. So that would be my epic, is it? Is that what you mean? The summary? What do I say for make my trip?
Okay, just a minute. I will make you presenter, you can show. Okay, Yahoo IDs may not get the invite, guys. Give a email ID which is Gmail. Shailaja, I have seen some of the candidates were not getting with the Yahoo email ID previously. Okay, yes. Yeah, I'll make you presenter. Can I know your name, please?
Yeah.
Shailaja?
Yes, Rajni. Okay, so Yahoo Mail is not working.
Yeah, may not work.
May not
The
work. Okay. Okay.
Gmail ID.
I think my Gmail ID storage is full. That's why I didn't get it.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second.
You can create one more Gmail ID. No worries. You can create as many as you want.
Okay. 1 second. I will give you another one. Mm,
Okay. And anyone completed a setup wanted to show this is Epic or yes? Yes. Okay. So once you land into this page, click on a boards. Okay, click on a board and you will be able to see this board. Okay, you can click on the project as well. So you will be able to see the project TET and then you can look at project board as well. Okay, so if your page is something else, that is a home page, then click on a projects and then select this TET project, then you will be able to see. Okay, so Vidya,
Getting some
okay,
project templates and all of that. So is that something?
okay. Yes, go to projects, it will be, you will be able to see. Okay, fine. Okay, so the assignment is simple. Is it simple, guys? Yes or no?
Well, Rajni,
Hmm?
have something here which says Scrum bug. It's a totally different page I'm not familiar with. So
Sorry, I did not get. Tell me.
how do I get to the TET board page? It says
Oh,
create project and I try to create some ABC and then I'm stuck there and it says Scrum
Sudha,
bug.
it is? Yes.
How do I get to this TET board page?
Okay, so I'll make you presenter. Can you please share a screen?
I'm happy to.
Yes. No. Okay, fine. So that's all for today, guys. We'll continue tomorrow. And assignment is you have to create a, even if it is another project, I'm fine. Okay, you create your own project or you are able to land to this project is also fine. Create a epic with your name and make my trip and create some stories, 2 stories and 2 tasks. Okay, task you have.
Rajni, can
Hmm.
you navigate from creating a project? When can you start from the beginning? How to go about it?
Okay, create a project here. See, in the projects, you have create a project. Okay, here it is view all projects, below that create a project. If there is no project, you can create a new project, and then we'll consider this, use a template. And then project name you give ABC. Okay, just give project name and then create a project. Okay, choose a access level, open. So now this another TES project is created. So now able to see this project, some TET project, other project. Yes, and you create here your own stuff. Okay, now able to see the story, bug. Yes, so epic you create. Okay, so you can give the name. I'll not create. Okay, so then you can create a story. Story you can create for the search, for the cancellation, for the booking. Okay, and create, click on create, it will be created. Again you go and click on this create, and then create a task. Okay, so then create some task and click on a create, that way. So that task is created, you can see that. So click create, then again go to create, and then again create, again click, again create. Okay, simple it is. And if you have any questions, again we will discuss tomorrow about Jira. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss about defect, and related to defect we will see again how to create a defect and how to work with it, and some of the other assignments, works related to defects. Okay, defects is very important. As a QA you should know what is defect, how to report a defect, because ultimate job of QA is to report the defects. Okay, fine. So summary should be in one line. Yes, summary should be in one line.
So after creating epic, story will come.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, as per these details, first epic, then story, and then task, and then defect. Okay,
Okay, because here epic and task is showing, story is not showing. So
okay. Story it is not showing. Yes, yeah. For last project it was not showing. Okay, you can write story and then write your details, write bug and write your details. Okay, consider as if you have option to create a bug.
okay.
Defect and bug are same, correct?
Can you please send me an invite?
Okay, your email ID I didn't send.
No.
Okay, which is your this Mahita Reddy?
Yeah.
It was not. Yeah, I tried to give. It was not working. I gave it. Let me try one more time. And yes.
Rajni, can you send me again? I have not got till now.
Thank you.
Name please.
Pawan?
Okay. Okay, this one.
So Rajni, to write the epic and the story, we have to go to the Make My Trip app, open up through Google and
Yes, open up
check
and
all
look
the
at.
check all the defects that can come up, right?
Yes. So as a user, what you have to or what you can do. So your Pawan, your email ID is correct, pavanveer.kaur.
Yes, it's correct.
Correct, right? This one I am sending an invite to. So fine. This I sent to invite.
Thank you.
Yeah. You will get it in 5 minutes.
So just as an example, Rajni, in the summary, what could be a one-liner?
Okay. So for story, okay, just user can search hotel. Yeah, user can search hotel is fine. With valid details, or user can search with city, date, those details you can write in a summary. User can search hotel with city, date, and passengers or some valid details and more. Okay, Shailaja, good. Thank you.
So the defect will be using our own examples, Rajni.
Do not create defects yet. Okay, so
Okay.
assignment, just you have to create, as I said, only the epic you create, one epic. Okay, and 2 stories you create and 2 tasks you create. Defect we will see tomorrow. Defect is much longer, you have to create. Okay, this you create in short, which is completely fine. Just for a practice you create, just one liner you write, it is fine. Defect in actual, how we create, how we attach a screenshot, or how we write a steps to reproduce, what all details we give to the developer, that we will see. Okay, again, the defects in detail I'll take tomorrow, so that you understand defects properly, because defects is, you have to report defects every day. Every day, every week you will have to report the defect. Okay, so understanding defect is very like, there are so many details in the defect you have to give. So we will discuss that tomorrow. Okay.
So here I'm not getting into story. I don't know how to go. First, I went to create. I created an epic.
A name, please.
Nirupama.
Okay. Can I make you presenter? Can you show?
Okay.
I'm not able to see your name. So waiting for name is your.
Nirupama.
Yeah, you can make, you can present your screen now.
Okay. So, mm, first, do I need to go to create?
Yes, create, correct. Epic is
Okay.
correct. Write your epic, your name, and make my trip.
Okay.
I can share my screen also, Rajni.
Okay. Okay, fine. And then summary is make my trip. You write only make my trip for this one. Yeah,
Details.
fine, and create.
Okay. Then after that, how again do I need to go to create or?
Yes, again go to create and then create a task. Now
Oh,
create
okay.
a task. Hmm. So create two tasks: automation testing, manual testing for the make
Okay.
matrix.
In summary, should I give automation and one more manual?
Yes, yes. In summary,
Okay,
you
then
give.
how to create story?
That's it. You have to select the drop down story. You are not getting it, fine,
No,
but
I'm not getting it.
that is because it is a free version that we have limited features. Okay, so
Okay.
fine. You just create a task, which is fine. You can just write story in the summary story, and then next line is your details about story. Okay, the fields will remain same, only the drop down will add as a story.
Okay, okay,
Okay, and
fine.
then you can write task. That's it. Simple it is.
Okay, fine. And here in description, I need to type all the details.
Yes. So how you will write, or how you will tell that, okay, this is what the requirement is to any of the person in the project. So you have
Okay,
to write in your own words
okay,
so that others are able to understand your project features. What is objective here to write any description is, with one liner summary, it is hard to understand. So with the description, 2 3 lines or 5 lines or one page, if you give, it is easy to understand for others. People are able to, or
okay,
people will be able to understand.
okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I can share my screen too, Rajni.
Okay, name please.
Yeah. Sudha.
Okay, Sudha, all right.
Yes.
I'm making you presenter. Okay, you created a project ABC and then summary task. Task is you can create for automation testing. Okay, testing the stories, creating the automation test script, and then manual test case design. So you created some issue as well. ABC2 issue is created. The board is created. You can see left side you have notification. You can click on view issue, then it will pop up. Like the issue will be opened. Yes. So this you have to complete. Create issue has to be complete in order to open that. Okay, so now click on a create. There is a create option button is there. Okay, click on create. Okay, now it is created. ABC3 issue is created. View issue, left bottom, bottom left. Okay, open that. So see, this is what you created. Okay, so user one unable to search the specific area on make matrix. This is what you created. Okay, so you can assign it to yourself. You can start working on like something. Assign right side assignee, and click on the unassigned. Click on unassigned. There is assigned to me in the bottom right side. Again go to right, not left. No, right. Assignee and then assigned to me. Click on dismiss. Welcome to new issue view. That screen you click on dismiss. minimize or okay, maybe this other go to meetings is displayed. Okay, so give me a control. Okay, here assigned to me.
Where?
Here assigned to me it is unassigned, and you can select it. Yes, now assignee is Sudha. Yes, fine. So you can go and view the board as well. So you created 1, 2, 3. 3 issues you created. So all are stories you created. Okay. So then you can create a task also now. Okay. So do it in your tomorrow daytime. Just do it in. Take some time, understand. Just click on all the options available. Understand one by one. Read one by one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys. So we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Have a great day. Yes. So we'll continue tomorrow, guys.
Thank you. Have a good day ahead. Bye.
Yeah, thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, Rajni. We'll meet you tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you, Pawan.
Have a good day.
Bye, Vidya.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.